Hi, my name is ProactivMD, and today I'm going to be talking about why I will never, ever use ProactivMD or any other Proactive products ever again. But before I tell you the reason why I'm not going to use it, I'm going to tell you my journey with ProactivMD and Proactive in general. So I first ordered my first Proactive set in 2016 when I was 13 years old, and I was breaking out really constantly, and I had a lot of active acne, and at that time and a little bit of now on, I always picked my pimples out. So I got the Proactive. At that time, I used Proactive for a month and a half, and while using it, I noticed that my skin was breaking out a lot. I know they say that you're supposed to give yourself 60 days to really see the effect of Proactive, but it was breaking out every single week. When I was at the Proactive website, it told me this week you're supposed to be breaking out, and then the second week your breakout is supposed to go away. Your third week is supposed to be a little bit better. Your fourth week you're supposed to see close to clear skin. Fifth week your skin is looking good, and sixth week is when your skin is the best that it's been. And at that time, I believed it. I saved up a lot of money. I asked my dad if I can get it, and he got it for me. And I used it. As I said, I was breaking out a lot. When I was using it, my skin was so dry, even after when I was putting on the moisturizer that they provided at that time. I don't exactly remember what moisturizer they provided at that time, but yeah, even while using it, it was drying me out. So I stopped using it. And after I stopped using it, I saw that my skin was not breaking out as much as it did when I was using Proactive. So I was like, okay, maybe it helped a little bit because it probably took everything out of my skin, and now my skin is just resting. So I was like, oh, it helped. It helped me a little bit. Two to 3 years later, in 2019 right now, I got it again. And I got it at September. I saved up a lot of my own money. I bought this with my own money, and I didn't ask my dad. I bought a 30-day trial, and I doubled my order. So I bought 2 30-day trials set. And this time I got ProactivMD. It's supposed to be a doctor or dermatologist recommended thing with the adapalene as the solution and all that. So I got 2 sets of that, ProactivMD 30-day trial size, and I was like, oh, this is going to be my saving holy grace. This is going to help me a lot. If you want to see how me getting the ProactivMD, when I got it, I made a video out of it. You can go check it out on my channel if you want to. But I was like, oh, this is going to help me a lot. It's going to be so good. It's a doctor, dermatologist recommended. It's adapalene and all that for and I was so excited to get it because since I was saving up for it, it took me a long time to actually get it, because at that time I was just a child. I kind of still am a child. I'm 15 right now, but I didn't have any money, so I was saving up. I got I sold my stuff online just so I can get enough money to buy the Proactive. So I got it. The total was $64. 2 sets of the 30-day trial, and once I got it, I was like, oh, this is so good. When I was using it, when I got it in September, The same thing happened to me when I was using it in 2016. My skin was drying out a lot. It was drying out so much that I could see peeling on my face. My skin was legitimately peeling. And I have a whole video about this, me trying out Proactive that time, but I tried and my skin was getting irritated, my skin was peeling, my skin was dry, and then because it was dry, my body created the oil and then it made me break out. And I was breaking out a lot. I had a lot of active pimples. It was like everywhere. My hyperpigmentation was still there and it was getting kind of like worse. Even though they gave me like a moisturizer set slash sunscreen that's supposed to help with my like with the sun protection, and that's supposed to help with that's supposed to moisturize my skin. Even though I was using that every single day, my skin was still dry. When I was using it, I first washed my face with the cleanser, the Proactive cleanser, MD cleanser, and it's supposed to have salicylic acid on it, and it has salicylic acid on it. So I washed my face. I put on my green tea moisturizer that I got as a gift because they were giving gifts, like free gifts with the ProactivMD once you become like a member and all that, and I was a member. I got it. I used it on my skin. I used it for 3 weeks. I used it for 3 whole weeks. Every single day in those 3 whole weeks, I was breaking out constantly. I was dry. I was peeling. My skin was so irritated that even when I took some rest times, because my skin was so irritated that I had to take some rest times to stop and let my skin like rest from all of this, like, you know, stress. And at that time I was not stressed at all in my own life. Some people say like, oh, you get like acne from stress and all that, and I get that, but at that time period of my life, I was not stressed. I had easy A classes. I didn't have any dramas, okay? And I was so excited to get this like product that's supposed to be my health, like holy grail, you know? So there was no reason for me to break out of like my life, you know? So 3 weeks, dry. My hyperpigmentation was getting much worse. I'm not gonna show the pictures here. I'm gonna show just a little bit, just so you have like some idea of how it looked at that time. But if you want to see the full story, like with pictures, like full detailed pictures, I have a video on my channel about when I was using Proactive at that time, so go check it out. So yeah, I was dry. So I stopped using it, and I still had like the Proactive like products. So at that time I didn't really have any negative, you know, intentions for Proactive. I didn't have any negative ideas. I thought it would be my healing grace and it would help me. I thought at that time it was gonna help me a lot. So I was like, why not just stack up, you know? Because I was thinking in my mind, like, this is only like for like 60 days. What would happen if I, you know, all these products finished, and I didn't have any more, and I couldn't, after those 60 days, I couldn't even buy anymore. So I was like, I have the extra money because I was selling my stuff at that time to get the money for like Proactive. So I was like, why don't I get like another set, the same thing that I had. So this time I got a 90-day size supply of ProactivMD with the different gift pattern. This time I got no, it was the same gift that they gave me, like free gift that they gave me, and you can decide which free gift set do you want. You know, that was kind of nice, but it didn't really help my skin though. So I got an even bigger size and another set. So I had 120 days like size of Proactive products to use on my skin, even though it was breaking me out a lot. So when I got it again, I used the one that I used, and I used it for another 3 weeks until I was finally over it and I stopped using it. When I stopped using it, my skin got so much better. Not only did I stop having active acne every single day and every single week, my also hyperpigmentation went away like almost completely. And that was because I was not using Proactive. My skin got so better after I stopped using Proactive completely. And I have another video of how my skin got better after using Proactive. It's on my channel, so go check it out. I'm not gonna go into detail out of that. So yeah, and then after I stopped using it, it was like a whole month, from the middle of October to the beginning of November. I was not using Proactive at all. So I was like, okay, my skin is healing. It's not irritated anymore. I'm not drying out. My skin went to my normal texture that it should have been, which is a combination, which I should be drying, like combination, like dry but like oily on my T-zones right here and my forehead, and my skin was feeling so much better. My skin looked so much better. My face in general was just lighter. The hyperpigmentation was going away. That was the problem that I had mostly, and the scars were getting better. So I was like, oh, okay, my skin got better. Why don't I try out Proactive one more time, you know? Because I had a lot of supply of Proactive at home, and I did not want to just let it go to waste, you know? I spent like good amount of money on Proactive because I thought it was going to be my healing grace. So I was like, why not just try to use it until it finishes and see the real process? But that was another mistake. And that was at the end of November to now. It's been now almost 5 days, since a week, since I have stopped using Proactive, and since I will never ever again use Proactive again. So, and the same thing that happened to me when I first used it happened to my skin now. I was peeling, my skin was dry, it was flaky. My hyperpigmentation got even worse when it was better before I used it, and so I just stopped using it in total. So now that you know my whole entire story with Proactive, that story is why I plan on not ever getting Proactive ever again. Because this is only for my opinion about Proactive. If you are thinking about getting Proactive and you see this video, don't let it ruin completely your ideas of ProactivMD or any other Proactive products, because that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to put out to the world my review, because you have to hear like all sides of review. So for me, like out of 5 stars, I would give Proactive a 2 star. It did not help my skin I was breaking out a lot. I was peeling, I was dry, my skin texture got even worse. When I was feeling my skin, it was like, and now this is how my skin look, if you can see it a little bit. And it's been a whole entire week of not using Proactive, and I plan on getting Curology, because I also have a video about me using Curology before, but there was some technical difficulties that happened that stopped me from using it fully, and that video is already up on my channel, so go and check that out. But yeah, this whole video is why I will never ever use ProactivMD or any other Proactive products ever again. So I really hope you enjoy this video. If you like this video, then like this video. Comment down below if you've ever tried Proactive, or you're planning on trying Proactive, or you're just interested in learning more about Proactive. Put it down in the description below. Tell me how your skin is and what your skin goals are, and your skin combinations and all that. And if you have any product that you recommend me using, because I've gotten some recommendations from people online, and I've heard like turmeric and the as like peeling clay, like masks, and I want to try Korean skincare on my skin. So if you're interested in seeing those products and how my skin would react to that, then subscribe to my channel and put on notifications, so when those videos come out, we can be the first one to see it. So bye.